like surrounded by a bunch of dead people.
Yeah, you can see it. See him?
I'm just gonna stay here with my light.
Some people go into the forest for peace. Others come back with stories they can't explain. These 6 real camping encounters are disturbing, raw, and captured on film. Let's get into the first one. And be warned, it only gets more unsettling from here. The first video tonight comes from Grizzly Gaz, a UK-based outdoor and adventure YouTuber known for his solo camping, bushcraft, and eerie night explorations. His channel captures the raw solitude of the wild, combining realistic wilderness survival with moments of quiet tension that remind us how thin the line between calm and fear can be. It is November 2nd, 2025, deep within an undisclosed woodland somewhere in the United Kingdom, a remote forest known for its dense canopy, thick undergrowth, and unsettling silence after dark. Far from civilization, this was meant to be a peaceful bushcraft night, but it quickly became something else.
Full disclosure, Jackery have paid me to promote this, but I will be using it in my van anyway. Right, are you ready to go into the woods? Come on then. When we come back, we might read a bedtime story. Are you ready, mate? Yeah? Come on then. Very, very quiet apart from the wind and the odd aeroplane going overhead and Fendi farting. Oh, when we get back to the van, I'll let you all know how Fendi's doing. Don't be going through them puddles, you idiot. Come on this way. I always feel like something's just gonna pop its head up over the wall. Annoyed out already. And there it is, the Witch's Den. You ready, mate? Yeah? You can hear the wind just whistling through those trees. I'm sure I just saw a light or maybe some eye shine. I hope there's no cows in there. There's always cows in there. Always bloody cows. I shat my pants then, look at that. I thought there was someone stood there on edge of woods just staring at me. It's the end of a dry stone wall. Right, come on. Stop being a baby. Can't see much in here. But let's go find the Witch's Den. Sure, I just heard a branch break over there somewhere. Your mind plays tricks on you when you're in a dark location like this. Wind knocking branches over.
Gaz begins his hike through fog-covered woodland, his voice steady as he talks about the stillness and beauty of the forest. The mist clings low to the ground, and the deeper he walks, the quieter everything becomes. Then, a single heavy thud echoes from the distance. He stops, scanning the trees. The noise doesn't repeat, but the silence that follows feels unnatural. He continues onward, slower now, as if aware that the forest's calm has turned watchful.
work it out. You see the 5-pointed star with bells on it. Hung up there.
While setting down his pack, Gaz hears slow, deliberate footsteps moving in rhythm with his own. When he stops, so do they. He calls out. No answer. Moments later, the pacing begins again, circling somewhere just beyond the light of his torch. The forest feels alive, but not in the way he's used to.
Like a dog, maybe. It sounds big, so I think me and Fenzel should get out of here. Pretty sure I saw eye shine right up there on the side of that wall.
A sudden crack breaks through the still air, followed by a deep guttural growl from the darkness ahead. Gaz whispers, trying to stay calm, unsure whether it's an animal or something less explainable. The camera trembles slightly, his breathing tight, the sound swallowed by the endless dark.
Right, as well, we're like 3 o'clock in the morning, and from my bed, I can see out of my bedroom door, and I can see the landing at the top of the steps, and the steps come up this way. So I'm laid down this way. The steps will come up there, and then steps come up there and then come round. I'm going like this behind you, as if you can see. But I heard her growling, so I've woke up. She sat at the end of my bed growling, like that. I thought, what's she doing? So I'm staring like this, waiting to see or hear something. And then a light.
His torch begins to flicker. He turns the camera toward the trees. For a split second, a dark shape crosses the beam and disappears. It's gone as quickly as it appeared, leaving only silence and the low hum of wind through the branches.
I wonder if we're going to see one getting dragged away by Mr. Fox or something. Sure, I just heard a dog barking as well. I can't see fuck all though. I don't even see any geese. Oh, there's loads of them out there in the middle of the reservoir. I bet there's about 50 there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them with torch. Just swimming about. They've obviously heard me coming, haven't they? I thought, hey up, grizzly Gaz is here, let's get out of the way. Don't want to mess with him, do we?
As he turns back toward the trail, faint footsteps echo behind him again. Lighter this time, almost cautious. The sound keeps pace as he walks faster, the camera shaking in his hand until the noise fades back into the forest, swallowed by distance. Safely back at his vehicle, Gaz reflects on the night. He's camped alone countless times, but never felt the woods this heavy, as if the entire forest was holding its breath. Reviewing the footage later, he notices what he missed in the moment. The shapes, the pacing, the sound of something moving just out of sight. For Grizzly Gaz, this wasn't just another night in the wild. It was a reminder that the quiet of nature isn't always empty. Sometimes, the silence is listening. What would it take to get you out there alone, deep in the woods after dark? Curiosity? Bravery? Or would you rather keep your distance and let someone else make the terrifying discoveries? The next horrifying video comes from A Tiny Nomad, a solo female travel and car camping channel based in the United States, primarily exploring Alaska. The creator documents her minimalist life on the road, camping in remote places, cooking inside her car, and sharing the quiet challenges of solitude and self-reliance. Her videos are often calm and personal, but sometimes the stillness of the wilderness turns unnervingly alive. It is October 29th, 2025, in Anchorage, Alaska, at a Russian Orthodox cemetery known for its brightly painted spirit houses. Small wooden structures built to shelter souls in the afterlife.
In front of the church. And there it goes. It's turned on twice since I've come back. What do you think it is, guys? Do you think it's animals or wind, or do you think it's ghosts or spirits?
After a long day driving Alaska's icy backroads, her plan to camp near the abandoned Igloo Hotel falls through when she finds the route completely blocked. Still determined to make her Halloween special memorable, she reroutes to a historic cemetery said to be haunted, its spirit houses standing quietly beneath snow-dusted trees. By nightfall, she parks near the old chapel, joking nervously about how bad of an idea this might be. There's no one else around, just her car, the graves, and the cold air pressing in.
Known. Oh my god, it just came. You guys, I am actually getting kind of scared. I don't ever get scared of stuff like this, but what the heck? You guys. Right as I started talking about spirits, the light turned on.
As she sets up near the graves, a motion light on the chapel suddenly flickers to life. No movement, no wind, just an instant burst of light in the darkness. It flashes a few times, then stops. She laughs it off, but the shift in tone is clear. The night no longer feels playful.
Spirit houses. How cool is that? But how not cool is it is right when I was Googling about the spirit houses, the light in front of the church turned on again. Are the spirits trying to...
She starts reading about the spirit houses, explaining how they're built to protect the dead, a bridge between the living and the afterlife. The moment she reads the words aloud, the light turns on again, perfectly timed, as if something heard her.
Shelter for the departed soul in the afterlife. Right as I read that sentence, of course, that light turned on again. Of course it could mean nothing, but it could mean something.
The light activates once more. There's no breeze, no passing car, nothing that could have triggered it. She falls silent, her flashlight beam shaking slightly as she scans the graves and tree line. The flickering continues, rhythmically now, almost like a response.
Cemetery is one of Alaska's most notorious locations for paranormal activity. I cannot make this up. I did not know that until right now. Oh my god. I feel like I have to stay because I committed to it, but your girl is scared. I do not like that light coming on and off. It's not even windy outside. I do not want to be around paranormal activity Okay? Well, I guess I shouldn't. Oh my god, it won't stop turning on and off. I do not like this, you guys. Oh my, like, this freaking light, it will not stop. What the heck?
Unease takes over. She retreats to her car, locking the doors, the camera still rolling. The chapel light keeps flashing outside, each pulse cutting through the windows. The night grows colder, quieter, except for soft rustling in the distance that makes her grip the steering wheel tighter.
Everything and try to lay down and fall asleep. Oh, jeez Louise. Why do I do this to myself? It's only one night, Gina. One night. That's it. Do you guys remember earlier?
Hours pass, but the motion light doesn't stop. It turns on, goes dark, then flares again, always without reason. Sleep becomes impossible. The playful Halloween idea has turned into a tense vigil, alone in a graveyard where something unseen keeps moving. When dawn finally breaks, the light stays off. The cemetery is still, bathed in pale morning gray. She laughs weakly, admitting that this was one of her worst ideas yet. A night that turned from curiosity to quiet dread. For a tiny nomad, it was meant to be a Halloween adventure. Instead, it became a reminder that some places, especially those meant for the dead, are better left undisturbed. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Moxley's Paranormal World, a UK-based YouTube channel run by paranormal investigator Moxley, who explores haunted and abandoned locations across the United Kingdom. His videos combine raw, real-time reactions with careful evidence review, capturing the tension, fear, and quiet fascination that come with investigating the unknown. It is October 8th, 2025, at Pretoria Pits in West Houghton, Greater Manchester. The site of the 1910 mining disaster, where 344 miners tragically lost their lives. The area has long been reclaimed by nature, but locals still speak of faint voices and shadowed figures, echoes of the men who never came home.
I'm not 100% sure where the location was, but it was here. In this part of the land. Yes, so we could literally be on the old mill, for all we know. When you're looking at pictures, we seem to be where the mill would have been.
Around and about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard those explosions.
Yeah, that was earlier
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So again, there's been reports of explosions. So people in the local area phoned the police and said there's an explosion inside the woods.
Right, okay.
So the police come up
And
and
they found
they're investigating. No.
Oh, right,
And they're looking through and they're seeing in the tree line and on the floor arms, torsos, legs.
Right.
So when they've called it in and they've gone to investigate more and people have turned up, there's been nothing there.
So they've seen apparitions
Yes.
of body
parts out here.
Wow.
And it's just, is it a coincidence that we're feeling, well, we've not seen body parts, but the feeling of being watched, we've heard those voices. Is it residual? Is it people walking through? Are we being stalked? Or is it something more paranormal, watching to see what we're up to, why we're out here tonight?
Well, if it is the latter,
Yeah.
let's hope that one of them is willing to come forward.
Yeah.
because like I said, I mean, this is...
But
my
for
mind is blown with...
Yeah, but for anybody who wants to go and check up on the history, I'll leave a link for the Pretoria Pit in the description down below.
Yeah, because
so you can go and have a look at it. This place is insane, and I'll say it one more time to you. The last time I come here, I spent the night here alone on a hammock under a tarp.
Yeah,
And thinking back now,
silly.
that was the most silliest thing I ever done.
We actually passed that area.
Yeah, to get here.
Coming to here.
So it'll be interesting to pull a little bit of equipment.
As night settles over the woodland, Moxley and his team set up near the remains of the old mine foundations. The campfire flickers softly against the dark, and for a while, all is still. Then, faint tapping sounds begin to echo through the trees. At first, they assume it's branches shifting in the breeze, but the rhythm changes, matching their footsteps, repeating each movement like something unseen is following close behind. The sound stops when they stop, starts when they move. The woods feel alive in a way that isn't natural.
I've got an EVP.
Right, okay.
Ghost tube EVP. So we'll give that a go tonight. It's going to work the exact same way a normal EVP works. All it is record, listen, and see if we can pick any voices up, anything unusual. And then we'll do a bit of calling out because something's here. And could it be something wanting to speak to us, communicate with us? We won't know until we start trying to communicate back.
Yeah, I agree. Or it is somebody just...
The tapping grows louder, circling the camp. Flashlights sweep through the trees. Nothing moves, yet the sound continues, closing in from all sides. Unease turns to silence. The forest seems to hold its breath.
Now, at least, I think tonight, I'm going to have a little bit of a read, and I've got what is a ghost? Supernatural or science? Let me know what you think in the comments, but I'll have a good read of that very, very soon whilst listening to this rain. So another thing before I forget, I was going to use the Ghost Tube EVP tonight. I think this weather's put us...
Suddenly, the EMF detector spikes into red. The temperature drops sharply, and faint whispers rise around them. Layered voices, overlapping and distant, like a crowd murmuring beneath the earth. The words are impossible to make out, but the tone carries emotion, exhaustion, sorrow, warning.
It is absolutely hammering it down. Yeah, it's 100% somebody coming this way, mate. Yeah, 100%. Put your light down for a minute. Yeah. Hopefully they'll bugger off the other way. But something 100% hit me tent.
Through the thermal camera, something takes shape, a dark human silhouette moving between two trees. Yet the display shows no heat signature. It's colder than the air itself. Moxley whispers that it looks like someone standing there, but the outline vanishes before he can adjust focus.
Through there, getting absolutely pee-wet throughout here, so it's time to go back in here, get dry. Right, so it's been at least an hour and a half now, still sat here. It is still hammering it down. I wanted to put the trail camera out, but I don't fancy going out there just yet. I've got it all set up, but the fact is this rain has not let up at all. And I only want to go over those trees.
A sudden jolt shakes the scene. One of the cameras falls forward, its tripod untouched. The tent ropes snap loose. Then, clear as day, the EVP recorder captures a deep, distorted voice. Get out. Every member of the team freezes. No one speaks. The fire flickers violently, then dims. For a moment, the only sound left is the wind threading through the empty shafts of the old mine. They pack up and leave in silence, filming the drive back through the darkness. Later, during review, Moxley pauses on a single frame, a faint reflection in the tent fabric, the outline of a face, the mark of a miner's lamp strap across the forehead. What began as a routine overnight investigation became one of Moxley's paranormal world's most chilling nights. At Pretoria Pits, the earth may have closed over the past, but sometimes the past still answers back. It's not always the wild that's dangerous. Sometimes, the most terrifying thing you can find in the woods is another person. The next shocking video of the night comes from That's Him with the Daft Hat, a UK-based YouTube creator known for his stealth camping and outdoor adventure videos across northern England. His channel blends bushcraft, local folklore, and dry humor, perfectly summed up by his trademark phrase, "That's him with the Daft Hat." As a member of the Stealth Camping Alliance, he often takes on haunted location challenges, particularly around Halloween. It is October 31st, 2025, inside Pannell Woods, near Barnsdale Road in Yorkshire, England, a remote forest tied to the legend of Mary Pannell, a village healer accused of witchcraft in the late 1500s and said to haunt the crossroads where she was executed.
I said to him, "It's all right. I could have been Mary Pannell for all you know." "Mary Pannell?" I said, "Have you heard of her?" "No, I'm from Dewsbury." So I said to him, "Mary Pannell's a witch." "Well, she was a witch. She haunts this area." "You what?" He says, "Yeah, it's haunted. Do you ever see anybody up and down here, like a strange woman?" "I've seen a couple." So chances are that's Mary Pannell then. "How do you know?" "Oh, I was a witch. I was a witch." "That's now the ghost of a witch." I tell you, his eyes grew as large as hen's eggs. They're like that. Oh. Absolutely terrified. Mind you, you must be terrified because all you can see is the saggy parts of my face, can't. Anyway, I shall have to fix the lighting or move into a more amenable position. The buck of my fire's gone out. And if you followed any of that, then well done. We're going to need another tab. Ready or not, I'm eating it after this. I'm going to put a few little bits of twigs on there to try and make it last a little bit longer. Bear with. What was that noise? I can hear that, can you?
Arriving after dark, he crosses the quiet farmland before setting up camp beneath a fallen tree. The air is cold, still, and unnervingly quiet as he tests his new tent and lights a small fire. While preparing food, he recounts the story of Mary Pannell, the healer whose remedies were once trusted, until tragedy and superstition turned her into a local ghost story. The woods stay silent, almost listening. Only the hiss of the stove and the occasional crack of a branch break through the quiet. Then, from somewhere behind the tent, comes a rustle. Distant at first, then closer.
Something in the thicket. Something nibbling. It could just be a rabbit, but I've never known a rabbit get this close to people. Not when they're talking as well. I think we'll keep this wee bugger.
Mid-bite, he stops. The sound is deliberate, something moving just beyond the glow of the firelight. He shines his torch toward the trees, but there's nothing there. Only the faint fog, the shifting shadows, and the black stretch between the trunks.
Gnawing sound. Well, if it is the devil or it is the witch.
Moments later, the noises return, circling the camp this time. He tries to laugh it off, joking that it's either the devil incarnate or the ghost of Mary Penal, though his tone gives away the nerves behind the humor. The joke doesn't land. The silence feels too aware.
Well, good evening.
Deciding to push further, he steps out into the forest. The air grows thick with mist as the trees give way to an open field. Then, a sudden metallic echo rings through the night. Sharp, quick, and out of place. The feeling of being watched tightens around him.
It smells like fish or hexamine. Could be me.
Further along the trail, a strange odor drifts through the air, sharp, fish-like, and fleeting. It's enough to stop him in his tracks. The smell lingers briefly, then fades into the stillness. Combined with the silence, it leaves the woods feeling unnervingly alive. By dawn, the forest softens. Birdsong returns, mist rising through the branches as he packs his gear. He never saw anything, just heard the movements, the echo, and that strange scent that had no clear source. He ends the night with a nervous laugh, joking that Mary Penal probably just wanted him out of her woods. But the way he says it carries weight, because sometimes the oldest legends don't need to be seen to make themselves known. We fear what we see, but it's what stays hidden, just out of sight, that unsettles us most. In the silence, the shadows often hold more danger than anything we could prepare for. The next video comes from Josh Life Adventures, a YouTube channel centered on solo travel and van life across the United States. Josh documents his journeys through remote lakes, forests, and backcountry campsites, capturing the real, unfiltered rhythm of life on the road. His videos mix quiet moments of daily routine with flashes of unpredictability that remind viewers how isolation can shift from peaceful to unsettling in an instant. It is November 11, 2024, near Lake Superior, Minnesota, one of the largest and most isolated freshwater lakes in North America, where the line between wilderness and silence can blur into something haunting.
Here. So yeah, we got, I stayed here one video. Oh, jeez. Here. This is a wonderful spot down on the end here. I'm not actually gonna take this spot though. Very nice spot though. All right, there you have it, y'all. We're gonna take this spot. Cause now it feels like the wind's going this way. Of course, it always blows into my van every time. It literally doesn't matter where I park, how I park, or what campsite, or wherever I'm at. Always, always, always. I could be 50 feet away and it would still blow into the van. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so this will be the spot. Usually the wind comes right off the lake. This is our final spot in Minnesota. Sad days. Alright, here's all the firewood we gotta burn. It's quite a bit. The fire's starting to rip, so I'm actually gonna go find some more small kindling and stuff just to keep everything going quickly. 'Cause I kinda wanna burn this stuff up quick. Alright. There we go, now we're gonna be sizzling. Alright, homies. I think these are good. These look nice and well done. And that's it. It looks pretty good. Looks really hot too.
As night falls, Josh sets up his final camp before leaving Minnesota. The fire burns bright beside the lake, the reflection flickering against the calm water. He cooks burgers, talks casually to the camera, and laughs about how quiet it is out here. The crackle of the fire and the soft wash of the waves make for a peaceful scene, until the light fades completely and the stillness deepens into something heavier.
Do you guys hear that? Okay, my camera battery just died. I have no idea what that was. It's gotta be a deer. Right? What would be walking through a lake? Is that a bird? Huh. Well, I think I'm gonna pack up and get inside the van. Okay, y'all, so I'm in the van. I literally have no idea.
While recording his dinner, Josh's camera battery suddenly cuts out mid-sentence. Almost immediately, slow, heavy splashing starts from the shoreline. Measured steps in the water, too deliberate to be waves. He looks up toward the sound, but it's too dark to see more than faint ripples, breaking the reflection of his firelight.
In the water. It sounded like it had legs and it was walking through the water. Yeah, it can have fun out there. I'm inside the van. It's super freaking cold. So I got my diesel heater going. So yeah, that's all I got for tonight. So I'll see you guys.
Startled, Josh retreats into his van, shutting the door quickly behind him. He listens in silence, the camera rolling again on a backup battery. The faint sounds continue for a few seconds, water shifting, something brushing against the shallows, before stopping as suddenly as they began.
I have no idea what was walking around out here last night. That was creepy. It sounded like it was out by those rocks. Because it's not very deep right here. It's probably only a couple of feet deep. So definitely something could have been walking through there.
When daylight returns, Josh steps out to investigate. The shoreline is calm, undisturbed. No footprints, no drag marks, nothing but smooth, wet sand and still water. He laughs it off nervously, joking that it could have been a Sasquatch or a Wendigo. But even in his tone, there's a hesitation, the kind that comes from knowing what you heard didn't fit neatly into reason. Packing up, Josh admits the night left him uneasy. There was no wind, no wildlife visible, and no explanation for the slow splashing steps by the van. It was a small moment, but enough to remind him that solitude in nature can feel peaceful, right up until it doesn't. What began as an ordinary night by Lake Superior ended with silence, uncertainty, and a lingering question of what really walks the shoreline after dark. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from one of my personal favorites, The Northwest Wind, a US-based outdoor adventure channel run by Sam, who focuses on camping, wilderness exploration, and remote property scouting. His videos blend practical camping advice with cinematic storytelling, capturing both the beauty and unpredictability of life in the wild. It is November 7th, 2025, along the Allegheny River in Pennsylvania, United States. This video documents a nighttime truck camping trip on a secluded riverside property Sam was considering buying. Surrounded by steep cliffs, dense forest, and an isolated stretch of riverbank, the trip begins peacefully, until the quiet turns into something far more disturbing.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts or spirits or crazy stuff like that, and I'm so familiar with this area. I've slept out here dozens and dozens of nights, even including Uncle Albert's, probably 100 nights. Camping cabins, tents under the stars. I'm honestly like, I don't know. I don't know. That was one of the more up things I've ever heard in the woods. I'm not buying that property either way, but I'm gonna stand by that as long as I live, as long as this video. That was a woman in distress. That was a woman in distress. 100%. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to call. It stopped. I sat there, I listened. I sat back there again and listened, and I have not heard anything, but it went on for about 5 minutes and then it stopped. I'm honestly like scale of 1 to 10. The hair on the back of my neck is standing up. I'm not like nauseous, but I have a pit in my stomach. My chest hurts because my heart has been racing. That was a woman screaming. I'm calling the police to report that because I have a gut feeling something.
What's your emergency?
I don't have the exact address. I'm in.
Griffin.
Yeah, hi. I'm out in. I was out camping and I heard, I believe it was a woman screaming in great distress.
So where are you, Sam?
I drove back.
Road. How far did you travel?
Probably a mile and maybe a little more.
As night settles over the river, Sam relaxes inside his truck after cooking dinner and setting up camp. The only sounds are the faint rush of water and the occasional creak of the wind, but the calm doesn't last. Suddenly, distant cries begin echoing from the forest, sharp, human-like, and growing louder. With every passing second, Sam steps outside with a flashlight, scanning the tree line. The air is still, but the sound continues, clear, desperate, and undeniably human.
Okay, and then you heard yelling coming from the Allegheny River there. Do you think somebody along the riverbank?
I don't know. It sounded up, and I was on the phone with my wife with the windows up and the heat on, and I heard a woman screaming. And then I turned the heat up.
What was she screaming?
Just bloody.
Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to meet you. You're at the we'll send somebody down to speak with you, then you can show them where you were, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
I think.
Thanks.
Moments later, the silence is shattered by blood-curdling screams, the voice of a woman crying out from somewhere in the darkness. Sam freezes. The screams keep coming, raw and panicked, bouncing off the cliffs. He retreats to the safety of his truck, locks the doors, and calls his wife, trying to explain what he's hearing. His voice trembles as another scream echoes through the trees.
Headlights following me, and yeah, it's a little over a mile in, and I just don't, I don't know what else to think right now, other than I know I heard a woman screaming bloody murder, and now the police are here following me to the spot. I would probably be willing to bet money the state police have never been down this holler before. So we'll see what happens. So we're here and there's that cabin thing next to the other property next door. So I don't know, they told me to hang out. They're gonna go drive up in there. They seem concerned. I don't know. I don't want to get them on film. I asked them, okay. I'm gonna shut off my truck. I'm gonna leave my truck on, actually. This is it's fine.
Realizing someone might be in danger, Sam contacts the Pennsylvania State Police, describing his location and what he's heard. Alone in the dark, he waits for help to arrive, headlights dimmed, the forest outside completely silent, as if whatever had been out there is now listening to him instead.
I'm just gonna stay here with my light. Ready to go. I'm checking out this cabin and it's making me extremely nervous. This is the most thing I've ever experienced while filming a video. I'm shaking right now. It's cold, but I'm sweating and I'm shaking. All right, they've got their things drawn in there, checking doors and windows and stuff. Turn this off.
Eventually, faint lights appear along the gravel road. Police vehicles pull into view, and officers step out with flashlights, scanning the woods. Sam films from inside the truck as the search begins, but there are no more screams, only the eerie quiet of a place that feels suddenly empty.
Okay, well, be safe, and I wouldn't feel right if I didn't call, so whether it's nothing or something, be safe, and I just, you know. Thanks, brother. Have a good night. Be safe. Thank you. All right, well, they said they saw another house through the woods, and they're going to go talk to them, so... All right. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. All right. They're out and about in the woods now with their flashlights and searchlights on. That entire time they surrounded that house or cabin next to my never gonna be property. They had their accoutrements drawn, and I'm just trying to light them up with my flashlight, and they seemed very suspicious of me. And I don't blame them, being I looked at the map, it's about 2 miles down this holler, stupidly gravel road, one way in, one way out. It's pitch black, even if it's only 8 p.m. right now, and they don't know what they're coming up on. I never thought about that house or cabin next to me, but that's the first thing he said. He's like, "You were camped in that cabin?" I'm like, "No." He's like, and he looked at it and he put his hand on his hip. You know what's on his hip? And I'm in shambles right now. I'll check back in with you in a minute and we'll close this video out. This is not cool.
Officers search the nearby cabin, trails, and shoreline, checking every shadow and structure. Nothing. No footprints, no movement, no trace of anyone at all. The police report the area clear, but the unease remains. The kind of silence that feels less like calm and more like something holding its breath. Back in his truck, Sam reflects on the night. The screams, the police search, and the unanswered questions that still echo in his mind. What started as a simple test for a potential property became one of his most terrifying experiences on the road. He admits that he decided not to buy the land. Some places, he says, simply don't feel right. And when the wilderness starts to sound human, that's when it's time to leave. Sam made a follow-up video about this experience last night. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. If those 6 encounters rattled you, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more creepy content every week. The next mystery might be even darker than this one.